how we all doing today? I think this is video 28 or 29, just not sure, but I'm still hard at her and committed to doing these videos every day. Yesterday was a long day and closing up a contract job we were doing to put in a new driveway and stuff. The fellow I'm working with, one of our first bigger jobs we're doing together. So people were asking me the other day on what's the first step in knowing you have an addiction problem, or recognizing, or mostly I would say it's the negative consequences as a result of your actions. Good or bad habits that have the negative consequences that you're looking to deal with. And in the 12-step program, of course, I think one of the first steps says admitting to yourself or someone else you have a problem, or I don't want to go against anything, any other group that helps other people, of course, like I always say. But the first step is in you can't change something you don't acknowledge. And if you don't acknowledge you have a problem or issue, or there's negative consequences that you're not just justifying with good intent, you're coming on board, and you're coming to realize there's a situation in your life that needs to be changed, whether it's a habit or bad habit, or a chronic addiction that's alcohol, drugs, gambling, sex, whatever it might be, even smoking, or eating too much, or overeating. There's all kinds of them. But I guess one of the steps is admitting you're powerless. Sometimes I guess people got to admit they're somewhat powerless over continuing their use as they are. And a lot of people can't, at the moment, being they're so round up on this circle of using or abusing or gambling or sex or whatever it might be, and that you I guess in a way you got to admit defeat, maybe not, but powerless, no. I've never admitted powerless over anything in my life. I've always figured, and I was taught when I was young that you set your mind to doing anything, you can do it. Damn well do it, And I've always been like that, and I guess in one point I'm a very stubborn man, and at one point I damn well said I was gonna drink, and I well drank, and I sure did. 2-4 a day or 26 a day for many years. Anyway, you gotta own it. You gotta take responsibility, like anything in life. I see so many people, and myself too, when I was in and out of jails for years. I didn't want to own my wrongdoing. I wanted to fight the system, and fight the fact, well, the police weren't allowed in my house, and just because they found drugs, it's too bad they weren't allowed in there. It's just foolishness. Oh well. Anyway, let's get on with the note today. I got a busy day today. There's my kids there anyway, and in my book Road to Recovery, my son Curtis over there, and it's Courtney. Carly's not there. Where the heck is she? She must be tucked back in the seam there somewhere. Well, that's Courtney, and that's Cassandra, and that's my little man Curtis. Anyway, Carly must be on the photo. I published these books myself, so I didn't get all the darn the proper photo sizes and all this stuff. But by golly, I'll tell you, if you get too caught up, or if you wait for that right moment and doing something, that right moment might never come. So I just jump on, get her done, and get at her, as I say. Anyway, today's note is, you can't change something you don't own. Time again this year to unload some underlying issues or problems that you may have. Yeah, I wrote this as a New Year's resolution there, that I had to take responsibility and ownership for some of my underlying issues and problems, and not just shrug them off to oh well, I guess I'm just like that, or whatever, in defeat of not being able to change or whatever it might be. But anyway, for every action there is a reaction. For every thought there is an emotion. For every emotion there is a behavior. That's so important, that it's your thoughts that really really have some meaning. And as you grow up, each thought you have has some reflection on a similar incident that you've had in that case. You stubbed your toe or whatever. Next time you're gonna watch out for the corner of the table or that. It's all in recognizing and seeing and foreseeing. Future negative consequences. I stubbed my toe that damn hard. And anything in life. You drink too much one night. For the majority of the people, they drink a little too much one night and they're hungover and they go, ho ho ho, I'm not doing that again. They recognize, and this becomes in the part of their belief and knowing, that if I drink too much, I believe that I will be hungover, and therefore my thought is I'm not going to drink too much. And it's all a process anyway. Let's get on with the note here today, because I do have a busy day. So there is right and there is wrong. There's good, there's bad. There's bad. For every choice we make, there are consequences, whether it be negative or positive. Like for me in writing this note, what purpose does it have? Who is going to read it? Or who is going to listen? Or who is going to watch my videos? Oh, the neighbor coming in. The choices we make today will determine our future and what we learn from those choices. Positive choices ride along with ease and are sometimes taken for granted. It's the negative consequences, the bad choices, we must be aware of and learn from them and not cover them up or put them aside. It's so easy to justify your wrongdoings with good intent in order to bring closure and put them in the past. In justifying your wrongdoings, you don't learn from them. You must own them and take responsibility for those negative consequences and not cover them up. For every negative consequences you cover up, eventually will catch up to you. It puts on a heavy load to carry around, and sometimes you even forget where it came from. You don't realize how heavy that load is getting until you unload it. Then you say to yourself, wow, that's a weight off my shoulders. Like other issues in your life, bring closure as soon as possible. Accept your wrongdoings and negative consequences, and stay positive and pray for forgiveness. I reflect on a part here that sometimes you even forget where they come from, and I have a similarity to that, in that many of us grow up with brothers and sisters and that, and I know you can recognize you get into an argument and you get pissed off, and a couple days or whatever down the road, you even forget what you argued about. It's like so foolish, and you just make up or carry on and keep going. And but that's what happens in life too. A lot of times, that it's those negative consequences or actions that you've done or said or onto others, and maybe you might feel bad or someone does you wrong, and you don't brush it off or deal with it. You put it aside, put it in the back of your mind, and before you know it, sometimes you forget even why you hurt. And that's what I'm so familiar with, and that hurt inside. And a lot of times it's for people with childhood trauma, or they feel that they may have been sexually abused as a child, or and somehow it wasn't brought to the forefront and being and taken care of, or brought to light at that time when they were young. But the person still has that hurt inside them, and many times it's that hurt, that hole that we're trying to fill with good stuff, and many times that good stuff isn't so good. It's a temporary release and through drugs and alcohol. So most of my past was in covering up those bad feelings and hiding behind alcohol and drugs. Please don't make the same mistakes I have. Live for love and love for life. Happy thoughts, happy heart, happy life. Sometimes it's hard for me to explain the hurt inside. My sister and I know what it's like, but could only really say or compare it to a sick feeling inside our stomach. I think we have all, at some time or another, been in a fight with someone, and weeks or months later, forget what we're even fighting about. Then we make up, and it's like a weight off your shoulders. You were carrying around and didn't even know it. Yeah, that's so important. Yeah. And the next note is may explain it better. you just never know. Sometime, somewhere, sometime, somewhere, you just might say something or do something that could change your life. Oh, and that, yeah, I already did. We are all broken at times in one of my other videos. So, listen, I gotta run today. I'm a very busy guy today. I'm feeling good and happy. So tune in tomorrow and enjoy the videos. Thanks for coming aboard. Bye for now.